putting the culture on their back. Think of this man, he's a part of one of the most legendary families in the hip hop. Part of one of the most legendary groups in hip hop. He got about 3 different careers. It's just amazing. You know what I mean?
Just 3? I think it's more than 3.
He might be like 7. He might be 7. But you just look.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the channel.
Whoops, that was my fault.
Just look at all the diversity he has done. You look at how he's out here relevant in so many different worlds, from touring with Lionel Richie to, you know what I'm saying, to recording with DJ Khaled the other day when I was there. I actually got to witness. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, we're talking about the legendary CeeLo. Now we want to take it from the beginning because you guys are part of the rich history of the South.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Not only just ATL. I want to broaden the view, because at first, us coming from New York, we looked at the South and really like Miami at the forefront because of, you know, you guys and like what Uncle Luke was doing. So let's take it from the beginning. How did you get started just in music?
Is it Goody Mob before Dungeon Family or Dungeon Family then Goody Mob?
Yeah.
Initially, we considered everyone in the Goody Mob. Goody Mob was a street name. An OG from my neighborhood. His name is Big Lim. We call him Big Duddy. He was the one that coined the name Goody Mob. So
still got some short ass arms.
Cujo was a part of that crew.
Look at his arms.
So what they would do was
put their little Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The Crown Royal bags, the little purple bags, and that was like they flavor or whatever.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? You know, it was like goodie bags. Okay. So they called themselves the P-Funk Goody Mob. So I got the P-Funk Goody Mob. Yeah. Okay. So I got to accredit them. You know what I'm saying? Like as the originators of the name. Okay. You know, and then that eventually evolved over into the art form. You know, of where Cujo and Timo from Goody Mob, they began as a local group called the Lumberjacks.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying? And Gip, Big Gip, he was a part of another crew called the East Point Chain Gang, including Cool Breeze. So Cool Breeze is the gentleman that coined the phrase "Dirty South."
Wow!
You know what I'm saying? So when you look
before anybody,
he's the first one.
Wow!
So when you look at history, if you go back. That Soul Food album, it was kind of broken up into working parts. Lumberjacks could not put any of their prior recorded music on that album because they were going through litigations with former management. I was a solo artist, singer, thug / fucking, MC, all of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And
So excuse me. So Goody Mob was kind of really a collective.
It was a collective. So like it was such a strong entity and a strong presence and namesake in the city that, you know what I mean, like it was natural for everybody to kind of assume it. You know what I mean, like because of the association.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody was kind of coming from different places. You know what I mean? Andre, Antoine, Antoine is Big Boy's real name. Okay. We went to school there.
You gotta break it down for our audience.
So let me try to just pace myself. I'm excited to be here.
No. We're excited to have you.
I probably get to smoke some of what you smoke.
Oh yeah, please. You can have your own,
right?
Drink
what you drink. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you smoke tobacco. I smoke blunts and shit like that. I'm still old school. Yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you.
Come on, man. Some good the other day.
Go ahead.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah. Get some of that.
How you wrap this up?
Because we don't that's some different shit.
This is top shelf shit.
I ain't gonna front. Let me tell you about you. As you drink tequila and you just act normal as shit. Like most people drink tequila and then be like, they speak slur. Like I see them drink tequila and be normal.
Like that, when they drink it like that, they usually good.
This is my drink.
And be normal.
This is my drink.
Shout out to 2020 and Nine Lives Collectors. We got the Smoke Champs coming out with them very soon.
Right.
Yes. Smoke Champs coming out with them very soon. Hey, you want a lighter too?
Yeah.
Get one lighter. I remember me and Birdman, we was fighting for a goddamn lighter. The whole goddamn episode. This shit was crazy. I don't know if you peeped that. Me and Birdman, we just kept.
Alright, so this that vanilla. I'm gonna try this out.
Yeah. If you know flavor, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Also pick up the Shine. We got smoking out of those right now. But listen, where we was at?
Okay, so let's go back.
Okay.
So wait, so really quick, just for my knowledge, because I'm a big fan of everything y'all done.
Right.
So Goody Mob is before Dungeon Family, or it's all happening at the same time?
It was all happening at the same time. Almost, pretty much simultaneously. You know what I mean? Like Organized Noise, Rico Wade, Sleepy Brown, Ray Murray. Sleepy Brown and Rico Wade were part of a dance troupe called Guess. See, back then, the sensation in the city was talent shows. You know what I'm saying? And it was really like real old school. This was before gunplay and all of that. So it was talent shows, and it was rival high schools and big park fights. So we went to Mays High, Benjamin E. Mays High School, and our rival high school was Douglas High, Frederick Douglass High.
Wow.
So like, after the football game or whatever, I'm saying, like it would be like the movie Outsiders. You know what I'm saying? Like a real old-fashioned rumble type shit.
Okay.
So they went from that. So Rico Wade and Sleepy Brown, they were like, neighborhood, they were ghetto superstars for being dancers. And then they eventually, like went over into production. I actually got one of the original Dungeon Family first generations here, Sir Kawan Prather, you know what I'm saying? Ghetto Vision, Discover T.I., all of that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's so much to the story.
The Dungeon Family house, right? That house, the legendary house. Is that where all the music started from? Because did Big Boy just buy that house or something like that?
Big Boy just recently purchased the house.
Okay.
It's being completely overdone and renovated.
Wow.
And we were kind of like in the talks with another little upstart company that's doing. It's called Hip Hop Tours of Atlanta. I'm not sure if the business is going to work out, but they were doing tours. You know what I'm saying? Like
kind of keep it like he was going to try to
keep it as a monument. Like like we was talking about all kind of different ideas.
Like Martin Luther King house.
Yeah, you should possibly do a podcast out of there or something like that.
Yeah, that's hard. I didn't even think of that. That's hard.
But yeah. So I'm gonna try to fast forward, try to make it all. Try to make it all make sense.
Actually, I messed up because what I really meant was Organized Noise before Goody Mob. That's really what I meant.
The Organized Noise is the producers?
The production crew.
Okay.
People knew them, but it's because they were dancers. They were part of a dance group called Guess. You know what I'm saying? So they was like famous for that.
Play out here.
Damn near. It was like 5 or 6 of them in the group, right? Something like that. You know what I mean? So they was dancers, and that was the thing. You know what I mean? Like either you could dance, you could dress, or you could fight. That was it. You know what I'm saying? People played sports or whatever.
Now let me bounce around for a little bit. So was something catalytic, playalistic music?
Outkast's album.
Was that like the first gem where like now the South is being viewed? Or it still was like hard after that? Because like let me just explain. Like for us, Queens was having a hard time, right? Mm-hmm. But when Nas came out with Illmatic, for those couple of years, it was cool because it was like we proved ourselves. Am I
let me segue.
Okay.
Me from being from Miami, like we had this thing where we wanted to represent ourselves lyrically out of Miami on some hip hop shit.
Okay, right.
So we had like an artist named Mother Superior. She got shelved by Island Music. We had different artists, and we could never really represent ourselves lyrically. And I felt like Outkast, that album was that for Atlanta. I mean, that's what it looked like to me.
But see, there was a time in Atlanta where they called Atlanta Little Miami.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So with the MC Shadis, the Gucci crews, we had that synergy.
Yeah, we was together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so we
oh shit, I didn't even know this shit.
Atlanta and Miami, we had that synergy.
I'm knowing everybody by name. MCB.
Yeah.
Disco Rick, he's still a good friend of mine.
Absolutely.
So I think like we
I'm fucked up right now.
us in Atlanta, we're like a midway point, literally between Florida, the bottom of it, and
we call ourselves the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we had both of the influences. You know what I'm saying? And it's a trip how it comes back around full circle because what was electro pop or whatever it was considered when African Bambaataa and Soul 24 did it.
Which was bass, really.
Basically, ultimately we called it skating rink music, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it ultimately evolved into Miami bass. So it's kind of really all of the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but lyrically, we were obviously, affected and inspired by East Coast and raw, boom bap, East Coast hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Right. So lyrically, I'm glad that you said that because I know I'm speaking for myself, but I think a lot of us really felt like our first ones to truly represent lyrically was either 8 Ball and MJG out of Memphis, and the Poison Clan. Like
JT Money in there. Absolutely. They were the NWA
they
of
had
the
bars.
South. The way that's what I say.
You said before on Poison Clan, who you said?
Debonair and JT Money.
And they became a group called Home Team as well.
Yeah.
Hey,